See, cigars is more than just looking cool. This is our movement. This is our culture. This is our lifestyle. So I created a podcast where we can come talk about this passion. We're gonna talk about life. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna argue. But most importantly, we're gonna smoke good and drink good. Welcome to the Don's Den.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Don's Den. This is episode 7. I am the host of Cigar Don. Today we got a special treat for y'all. We are up in Orange, New Jersey at Brivado Cigar Lounge, what they like to call a experience, correct?
Experience, the Brivado experience.
Now, before I tell you who's sitting to the right of me, let me just go over some interesting facts that I found real quick, if that's okay with you, brother.
That.
So this spot opened in 2025, September 2025. Not only that, he has his own cigar line prior to the lounge, right? It is called the Black Country Club.
The Black Country Club.
I like
love
that.
it. I like
that. It's about 5,000 square feet of space, 2,000 square feet of event space. Rated to have the #1 best ventilation systems in the state, and is ranked number 6 on the top 10 list of black-owned lounges in the United States. Not in Jersey, but United States.
Boom.
I'd like to introduce you to Dr. Brian Agnew of Brivado Cigar Lounge.
Thank you, y'all. Welcome.
Thanks
Good
for
to have
having
you,
me,
man.
brother.
Good to have you.
Welcome to the den. Welcome to the den.
Thank you for choosing us. It's good to have you here. Good to see what the Brivado experience is all about.
Yeah, definitely.
We actually got a little more lead time. We opened in 24.
Okay.
It was fall of 24. I'll never forget it, because you know that moment when they tell you you can open?
Right.
You never forget it. It was like Small Business Saturday of 2024.
Wow.
And it was crazy because you put all the work in, you really try to create the vibe and the experience.
Mm-hmm.
But opening a lounge takes a lot of work and a lot of logistics and details. And that moment when they said you're clear to go,
You ran with it.
Ready.
Like a kid in the candy store.
We're ready.
All right, Dr. Brian. So let's start with, before we get in the lounge, because like you said, it's an experience and it's a beautiful place. Let's start. Prior to that, you had your own cigar line. Oh,
Correct.
You have your own cigar line.
Correct.
So what got you into cigars? Let's start there first.
Yeah, it's so interesting to talk about this. I have a lot of friends, mentors in the space of Alpha Phi Alpha. I'm a member of the fraternity.
Okay.
And a part of our culture is to chop it up with good brothers, just having a smoke, right? The conversations that we have around cigars, it's an experience.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I was an expert in any way, shape, or form, but once you start to enjoy it, you start to learn more.
Okay.
And what I realized is that there weren't a lot of black-owned cigar lines. Right? And I think there's something to be said about understanding our community, understanding the profile of cigars that we like, and then tailoring and customizing blends that I think our community are going to enjoy.
Okay.
And while I know we're a black-owned line, we're not only for our community, we're for everybody. And I know what I think we'd like, and those cigars have kind of taken a good launch, man. They really are. I'm proud of that line.
So you've been smoking for how long yourself?
Yeah, so I've probably been enjoying cigars for about 10, 11 years.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that I started out as an enthusiast, like an aficionado. I think I had a good cigar here and a bad cigar there. And over time, you start to learn what your palate is.
Right.
You start to learn more about like the regions that cigars come from, what flavors feel a certain way, what blends feel a certain way, what's the difference between an Ecuadorian wrapper versus a Nicaraguan wrapper versus a Dominican blend, right? Mm-hmm. And I started to learn more. And then I started to say, what would it take for us to create a line of cigars that we would love, that'll pair up against all the different big brands out there, but still have quality, premium experience that matches the brand.
And with your own little unique, little something of yours in there.
That's right. And that's how Brivado Cigars was born.
So, okay, that's pretty dope. Let's talk about the name real quick. Where did that come from?
The name Brivado. So what's interesting is the first name that we had come up with, we did some testing, right?
Okay.
We knew we wanted to have a cigar line with the lounge. And so we tested the name, and it didn't go so well. And it hurt because, you know, when you feel something and you're connected to something, and people are like,
That's
I
not
don't
it.
know, I don't know. So ultimately, a conversation took place. We started talking about what's a name that people would associate with cigars, that would associate with elegance, that would associate with sophistication, and that could also be both a cigar line and a lounge, right? Now, if you break it down in Spanish, Vado is to go to Brian's, Brivado Cigars. And so it kind of came together that way. Plus it came together with other brands that people would associate the names of a cigar. So Brivado, you can see as a cigar name, as well as the meaning it has to my personal name, Brian, right? That's why
dope.
Brivado has the I, not the A.
That's dope. That's dope. So at what point smoking, first, do you remember your first cigar? Let's start right there real quick.
So somebody else asked me that question, and you know, I don't want to go on the record saying this was it, but this was an early cigar that I had. It was an Isla del Sol, a Drew Estate Isla del Sol. Right? We all start off on that that milder, sweeter space.
I had mine was the Fat Bottom Betty.
Fat Bottom Betty.
Yeah.
So here's this.
Yeah.
Before Fat Bottom Betty, there were like Javas on the market.
Right.
And Isla del Sol had the market. Now, ultimately, Drew Estate has all of them.
Yeah, they blew up.
But, you know, when I was coming up, there was no Fat Bottom Betty, right? So you think 11 years ago, Fat Bottom Betty wasn't on the market as hard as it is right now.
Right.
So I think it was that Isla del Sol that kind of got me to learn how to actually smoke a cigar.
Okay.
And then I think over time, you know, your palate changes as you try new things. We still make sure we carry the Isla del Sol because I think that's a great entry cigar to the market, to people to understand it. But I really do think I was trying to think, did I have something before that? But I really think, because I remember being like, I like this cigar and I want to, you know, always have something I know. So I'd always have that around for golf and things like that. So I'm gonna say it's the Isla del Sol, but if somebody knows that I smoked something before, don't come at me wrong, all right? I apologize right now, but I really think it was the Isla del Sol.
All right. So smoking cigars, when did it click or when did it hit you that you wanted to have your own line?
Yeah, so I think it was when we started thinking about so I'm an entrepreneur. Right?
Yep.
By nature, no matter what I've done in my career, I've been entrepreneurial. And I feel like I wanted something that the community recognized.
Okay.
Right? I wanted something that brought the quality of a premium cigar to a market at a moderate price.
Okay.
I know some amazing cigars that price out and, you know, at a higher price point. And I felt like we could create something that was at a moderate price point, but maintain the high quality.
Okay.
And so that was really why I sought to do it. I think also it was when I realized that I didn't just want to have a house cigar that like just had a random label on it.
Right.
I wanted something that people associated with the same quality they think about Brivado. The cigar matched that quality.
So how hands-on are you with the blends and going out and tasting the sticks and everything?
Yeah. So we created all of our own blends.
Okay.
And there are actually some people here at the lounge right now that participated in that process. Because what would happen is you come up with a first blend, right? And I can tell you, some of the cigars we have are on version 2, 3, 4.
Oh, wow.
Because after, you know, over the summers, we'd have summer get-togethers, and some of them hosted them at their houses, and I appreciate them for doing that. I mean, y'all got a whole bunch of free cigars out of it. And I'd show up like I'm the guy that has some cigars, and I'm thinking about this. And, you know, people kind of look at you like, I know you thinking about doing something. And I gave them free cigars. But all I asked was that they would take the time to be serious about it and write down their notes as to what they thought about that cigar.
Yeah.
If it was a full-body Maduro, what did they think about it? Was it bold enough? What did the wrapper feel like? How did it smoke? How was it rolled, right? Because, you know, good ash is important to people who are cigar people.
Right.
Right? And I got a lot of good feedback.
And now you have what is it, 9?
Yeah,
different
we're up
SKUs?
to 9 SKUs, man.
And we about to light one of yours right
We're
now.
about to. I've been waiting,
I've
man.
been
I've been
waiting, too.
waiting.
I was trying to wait for
this
the
is
right
our-
moment. Yeah, tell the people what we got
you have
right
now. This is our medium body barber pole. It's a dual wrap, so you get the Connecticut wrapper mixed with a Maduro wrapper. You have a medium body filler in here, so it's going to smoke smooth from start to finish. You're going to get good ash across the whole cigar. Dominican hand rolled, right? Everything that we do is wrapped at our factory in Tamboril, DR.
Okay.
It is one of my favorites because it blends the palate of those who like the milds, who may be a little bit newer to the space,
Okay.
with those who like a full body, and maybe they want to kind of pipe down a little bit as their day is going. And so this cigar pairs well with, right now we have a Basil Hayden toast. This cigar pairs very well with something like that.
No, this is smooth right there on the first draw.
And the same experience that you have on your first draw is what you're going to have all the way through. We didn't go cheap on this cigar. We spent the time and money to make sure that this cigar, all the way through, had the full experience. So some cigars, 2/3 of the way through, you're like, oh, I'm having a different experience. It changes on me.
Right.
That's not this one. That's not this one at all.
That's nice, right there. How hard is it to manage 9 SKUs when you're having your own cigar line? Because you want to start with 1 or 2, but you got 9, so you constantly have to shuffle. You constantly have to revisit it, taste it, make sure it's still living up to what it was when you created it.
Correct. So here's this.
Make sure the factory is not falling off.
So we're actually planning to head to the factory in November.
Okay.
To do a factory visit, right? To make sure that
I'm gonna have to jump on that.
quality
That sounds crazy.
continues to be what it is. What I'll tell you is we didn't start with 9 out the gate.
Right.
And I think sometimes people take on too much, and I tried really hard not to do that because I'm that person, right? You think you could take on everything, but sometimes you got to be like, look, what's important right now? So we started with a Connecticut. We then went to a Maduro. That took us a while because we were new to the game and didn't know what we wanted to tweak in the recipes. I mean, to be honest with you, now I sit here like I know the world and I know everything, and I still have a lot to learn. But what I'll say is, coming out the gate, I had even more to learn. And I had some great mentors. I have to give a shout out to Francisco Almonte of DBL Cigars.
Okay, yep.
If you don't know the DBL product line, you got to get to know that line. They just dropped a Chengo, and I think you should try it. It's a great stick, as well as their Nicaragua. I'm a fan of that one. And their Amarillo, they have a nice barber pole themselves.
Okay.
And so Francisco really gave me a lot of great feedback on the things I needed to know, the things I needed to do to get to where we are today. And if you don't have a good mentor in the field, you're not going to be successful.
I see a lot of barber poles out and about more now. Like they're taking off now.
So,
I've seen a lot lately.
Yeah, talk to me about what do you think that is? Why?
I think because it gives the smoker two blends in one almost. So sometimes you don't want to go too light, sometimes you want to go too hard, so you meet them right in the middle.
It's interesting you say that, because I've had my own thoughts on why that is. I think that's part of it, and I think the other part of it is we're introducing a lot more people to cigars. And as new people are coming into the space, you really, your first cigar experience drives your entire experience in the cigar space.
Correct.
And I think we do people a disservice if we give them a full body, bold Maduro out the gate, right? It's like coffee. None of us started drinking black coffee.
And fry them up,
Right?
fried rice.
Yeah. We started somewhere and we build up to that. And so I think the reason that you're seeing a lot more of these getting some play is because they're a blend between those styles and people are enjoying them.
It's a nice introductory stick. Yeah, this is smooth right here. I think one of my guys was telling us before we even lit it up, he said this is nice right here.
I appreciate that feedback, man. I really do.
This is nice.
It means a lot.
So how, you have the cigar lounge. Which one were you more, I won't say scared about, but nervous about? Like, which one made you be like, oh shit, what am I doing? Like, because there's a lot of work in sticks.
Yep.
It's a lot of money in lounges that you have to put out and, to get it going, to get remodeling, ventilation. We're going to get to that. So which one made you kind of like, ugh?
Yeah. So the cigar line, with all the work that went behind it, was a million times easier than opening a brick and mortar. Here's what you got to think about. We have an amazing team that makes Brivado what it is.
Okay.
Right? You got to make sure that people get paid every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You got to make sure that your rent and mortgage are paid, and your PSE&G bill gets paid, and the cigar bills get paid, and you know, you name it. It's a scary proposition to embark on an enterprise like this one because of how much it costs to keep it open.
Is what is harder, getting the inventory or getting the lounge, like, you know, I would say ready, like the permits and all that stuff, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so that
like, cause I hear both sides of it. It's like, yeah, everybody wants a lounge, but you gotta go, and you know, Jersey ain't the easiest.
Jersey's not easy.
Jersey's not
I was saying
easy,
that.
so.
I was saying that Jersey's not easy. So yes, and yes, and yes, and yes. There's the pre-opening of a lounge. I get to talk to a lot of people who say, I want to open a lounge, and I welcome. There's enough out here for us all to eat. Right? There are some amazing lounges, and one of the things that's important to me is I go to support other lounges.
Okay.
Our team will go out and just, we want to chill too. We want to have a good stick and have a good DJ and enjoy it without being at work. And I tell people, let's make it happen, because the more we have out here, the better it is. Some nights I want the Brivado experience. Some nights I want another lounge experience, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? So we should have options.
Right.
Pre is tough.
Okay.
Pre is tough. You got to come up with the capital to pull it off. You have to find the space that's willing to, a town that's willing to work with you. You have to have the knowledge and understanding around ventilation and how to create the environment that people want, so that they're not smoked out when they come in. You have to know how to select your inventory and curate that. That's my pride and joy. When you look at our humidor, that's my pride and joy.
Okay.
Right? The opportunity to bring new experiences to people. It's fun, honestly. It really is fun.
It's a nice humidor too. Right?
Thank you.
I like the glass. I like that how you can see straight through it from anywhere in the lounge.
It's entertaining.
Yeah.
So here's this.
Yeah, it's sexy.
When you have it, when you're sitting in the lounge, you're watching what's going on in the humidor.
Right.
And when you're in the humidor, you're watching what's going on outside in the lounge.
Yep.
And everything creates that experience. So I don't want just one greeting to be your experience.
Right.
I want the whole thing to be an immersive Brivado experience when you come in here. And
it's
that's
dope.
why
It's dope.
that humidor is the way it is.
So one more question as a lounge owner, right? On this topic. When you go to other lounges, how much do you really get to kick back and enjoy it without looking at something like, they should have did it like this, or I wish I did this, or I didn't think, you know, it's hard to go to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So here's what, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I am intentional about not judging anyone else's lounge.
Okay.
Because they did what they did for their reasons.
Right.
I did what I did for my reasons. And neither one of us had an easy road to get there. And I don't know that judging anybody else's lounge is helpful, right? My role is to come there because I know what it takes and make sure that I sit in their chair. I understand the etiquette of a lounge. I know to buy my cigars. I know to pay my corkage fees or whatever it might be in their space, because I know that they have to pay the same bills I have to pay.
Right.
And I respect them, and I respect what they're doing in this industry. So you're really never gonna get me, even my team, like we don't really talk badly about or judge other lounges. I do think that when we were opening hours, I didn't just stay in Jersey. We went around the country. And we have a spreadsheet of 120 something lounges.
Different lounges that
of
you
different
visit.
lounges around the country.
Yeah.
We like this, we love this, we didn't like this, we would do this, we would do that, we would do this to create Brivado.
Wow.
And so what you see isn't just I woke up one night and thought of it. It took a lot of research. And that's the culmination of what Brivado became.
That's dope. What about expansion? You ever think about that? we down there in South Jersey. If you ever want to trip down there, take a little road trip.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I would expect to see the Brivado sign in other locations in the near future.
Okay, I like that.
Okay. That is our plan.
Let's toast to that.
Oh,
real quick.
yes.
Let's get this
Let's
going.
toast to that.
Salute.
Let's toast to that. Salud, my brother.
That's good right there.
So, yes, the idea is that Brivado will not just be in Orange, New Jersey, that we're able to take what we've learned here with this lounge and bring it to other locations.
That'll be dope. I got a location for you.
Okay, well, look, when we off camera, let's talk.
We got one right around the way. So I noticed that let's get into the lounge part, like the actual building itself. Talk about this. You got one of the top-rated ventilation systems, and I'm sure the research was extensive.
Yep.
So how'd you formulate that and put that together and say, this is what's going to work?
Yeah. So without giving away all our trade secrets,
Right.
When you look at the user experience in a cigar lounge, the things people want to know that you have: a great cigar selection, comfortable seating, great ventilation. Right? And so some of those things are easier to address than others. Right? The ventilation system is very difficult.
I mean, that's what a lot of the capital is put into that.
Correct.
If you're doing it the right way.
If you're doing it right. And that's where I think it can be a struggle.
Okay.
Because you have to have the money to do it right.
Yeah.
And we had the ability, because this building required a lot of work, to say, look, let's just do it right from the start and create the airflow that we wanted to have, so that you can have 150 people in a room and not have smoke sitting in that space.
Right.
And that's what we did. We built it for that.
It goes right up. And that's also why I was doing my research, and you have a lot of female patrons, and part of that's because the smoke is not in their hair.
Correct.
It's not on their clothes. You know how they are.
Correct.
My wife goes to the lounge, it's in her hair the next morning. She just got it done the night before. Now she's mad at me the whole week. Now I got to pay for the next hair salon trip. But that's dope though, man. So the lounge, you got the event space. Let's talk about that. It's separate from the actual cigar space, the cigar lounge space.
Yeah. So one of the things that happens, particularly in our urban environments and urban communities, is there's not a lot of event space available.
Okay. Yeah.
You want to have a baby shower, you want to have a birthday party, you want to have a bachelorette party, a bachelor party. There aren't a lot of places you can go and mix these things, right? A lot of the cigar lounges that we go to, their size doesn't allow them to host large events. So if you want to have a birthday party and you enjoy cigars, that lounge may only be 30, 40 people space-wise, right? We can host up to 250, 300 people here.
And is that upstairs or downstairs?
It's downstairs.
Wow.
So downstairs we've hosted a lot of community events.
Right.
We've hosted the Black Men's Vote event to get black men across the state of New Jersey to engage in the gubernatorial election that just took place. We've hosted conversations around FIFA coming to New Jersey for small businesses with the African American Chamber of Commerce in New Jersey. We've hosted events that educate community members on what services are available to them in the city of Orange. We look at ourselves as more than just a cigar lounge.
I can see, because that was one of my notes were how you do a lot for the community, and it has nothing to do with cigars all the time.
No, you can't. We bring together what I call an ecosystem of like-minded folks.
Right.
So around the holidays, we've been a Toys for Tots drop-off spot.
That's dope.
We hosted a tie drive. They had that quarter zip challenge.
Yeah.
So we collected almost 300 ties, and we went to East Orange, to the high school, and we did a tie. Like, we showed the young men how to tie ties, and we partnered with them to give away ties, right?
That's phenomenal.
And this gentleman at the high school, a member here, shout out Les, right? said, look, how can we get the members here who have extra ties at home to drop them off? And it was a wonderful opportunity to have them, do that here, and then us go to the school and show these young men how to tie ties.
That's awesome.
And we'll continue to be committed to our community. We're going to continue to be active and engaged because that's what we should be doing.
Right.
That's what we should be doing.
So I'm listening to you, and I can tell you're very, very educated and everything. And I also know that you got the word doctor in front of your name. Let's get that real quick. I kind of ran past that one, but I know you got a doctor in front of your name.
I'm just Brian.
Nah, brother. Hey, you put the work in. Let's talk about it. You earned it.
Yeah. So my undergrad is from a small private liberal arts school called Utica College.
Okay.
It's in Central New York. I did my MBA at Syracuse University. Wow. Go Orange. I came to Rutgers, spent some time at Rutgers, and did my PhD in organizational leadership and communication at Rutgers. And spent some time, I did a program at Harvard as well.
Nice.
And enjoyed the learning that comes from, I don't know if I say I'm a nerd, but here's this. I'm not just gonna open a cigar lounge. I want to learn where the cigars come from. Mm-hmm. How are they made? What makes a great cigar? Let's study, let's research, let's do what we do, right? Because we then can be more than just someone who appreciates this cigar. I know what went into creating it. I know what went into making it. I know what makes it such a special and unique experience. That's why Brivado Cigars was created.
So you're one of the rare ones that actually use some of the stuff or all the stuff when you went to school for.
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
Why keep that knowledge inside, right? Come on, let's try to create a space where we can share knowledge among each other.
Right.
And I think that's what it is, right? What's that phrase? To whom much is given, much is expected. Mm-hmm. And I feel like when you come into the lounge, you come into what I consider the Brivado family. Mm-hmm. And whether you're a member or not, you're always welcome here. I think sometimes people think, oh, it's member-based, I can't go. You are always welcome here. We just have a day pass to come in.
Now, do you have memberships?
We do.
About the memberships
we do.
And how they work?
We have 4 memberships.
4 levels?
We have 4 levels. We have 4 levels. So if those who are not interested in having a locker with us, mm-hmm. we have a membership level there. We have another membership level that includes one of the smaller lockers.
Okay.
We have another member that has a level that has a big locker, so you leave your bottles here. Okay. And then we have a corporate membership because we have a lot of people who use our space to entertain clients, have business meetings, host spaces, networking events, that kind of stuff. So the corporate members tend to have more access to some of the amenities because that's what they're looking for in the space.
Now, for them, is there a separate room? Like, if I don't want to be up here or downstairs, is there a room I can just have a meeting with one-on-one or whoever I'm conducting business with?
So normally, this space that we're in right now, this is called the loft.
Okay, yeah.
This only opens for private events.
Oh, okay.
So this is never open unless you're having your birthday party up here, your networking event up here. This space stays closed off for that purpose. As you walked in, on your left and your right, you passed 2 glass VIP suites.
Yep.
Those seat 4 to 5 people, and those are available to rent at any point in time for any meeting that you're having. Of course, members get discounts on that, right? So again, why would you want to be a member? Because what we offer, we discount for our members.
Right.
And free in some cases. We have a lot of private events. I'm sure you saw Marlon Wayans came to visit us one night to promote his cigar line. We sold out. I mean, Liga Tridente sold out here very quickly. And we were glad to have Marlon come and showcase his line. We've had sports teams, we've had coaches, we've had sports team families here. I'm not going to say what teams because, all of a sudden I'll be alienated, even though usually I don't get, most people laugh at me because I'm a Miami Dolphins fan and haven't seen much success in years, but I'm hopeful, okay, with the changes we're making right now, the Miami Dolphins will be the 2027 Super Bowl champions. 2027 Super Bowl champions.
Well, you know what? You're still doing better than me. I actually probably the rarest black dude. I don't have a team. I don't have a team. I actually enjoy watching it.
Yep.
And that way I'm never mad about who wins or loses. Like I can go home and just be like, I like that game. That was a good game. I don't have it. My boys get on me all the time because I'm a soccer guy. I like soccer.
Well then, my man.
I like soccer, yeah.
When FIFA kicks off,
Yeah.
we're going to have every game on every channel, on every TV in here.
I'm going to have to make a trip up
Yeah,
there.
that's the fun part of here, particularly now with March Madness. We'll have 4 different games going at the same time.
That's nice.
Last night, this place was rocking. I don't know why last night it was a bunch of games on, but people were watching all the different games happening. And I think tonight is actually, well, I won't call the teams, but tonight there's a very popular game on tonight that I'm sure we're going to have a crowd coming out to see.
You have a beautiful spot, man. Beautiful spot.
I thank you for
Ventilation
picking
looks
us,
good.
man. I know you've been around a lot of lounges.
Yeah, we hop too. We roll. We on the road. We travel.
Yep.
You know
And
what
this
I
is
mean?
a good, it's good to have that recognition in the space because we're trying really hard.
Right.
And we're trying to just get the word out that we're here because I think sometimes when you're new in the game, people don't know or they assume things, or just because we're an upscale, elevated experience doesn't mean you're alienated.
Right.
Right? There's no reason that you can't have a wonderful experience at any level. We don't have a dress code, contrary to what people have thought, right? Because whether I'm in a suit and tie or jeans and a hoodie, I'm the same person.
Right.
So why would I exclude you because of that reason?
And the conversation's still going to be great. The
Thank
vibe's
you.
still going
Thank
to be
you.
great.
Thank you.
The
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
experience.
you. I agree with that.
The experience still going to be great.
People ask us all the time, do we have a dress code? And I always say, no. Are you going to change who you are based on what you wear?
Some people do, believe it or not.
I had somebody say that to me. If you look good, you feel good. And if you feel good, you do good things.
If I put a suit on, it's something about a fully fitted, tailored suit that it makes me move different. Like
I
I
agree.
just move a certain way. I might talk a certain way. I'm still me. I'm still gonna crack jokes and everything. But it's just like it's just a different feeling that you get. You're like, yeah, I'm the man tonight. You know what I'm saying?
I like it. And I'm with you there. I'm
Yeah.
with you there. But I also feel like I don't want somebody to feel like they didn't put on a suit so they can't come into the space.
Right. That's the
right?
opposite, yeah.
So I want you to put on your suit that night and feel the way you feel and be just as comfortable as if you came in sweats.
Right.
Because you're the same dude to me in either scenario.
Yep.
And how you feel that night is how you're going to show up. And welcome to Brivado. There it is.
So how I want to ask you, because I said this in the beginning, you're ranked number 6 on the top 10 list of black-owned lounges, not just in New Jersey, but in the U.S.
That was a blessing.
When you found that out, like, how did you, like, that gotta be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
like,
man.
And only, in what, in
2 years.
operation
Less than
2 years?
Less than 2 years. So here's this. You have to pause for a moment and thank God for giving you the opportunity to be a blessing to others.
I like that.
To see that, I had no idea that was coming out.
Right.
We weren't talked to beforehand.
You wasn't shooting for it.
We weren't. Look, we just show up every day the way we show up, and people saw it. And I don't know how the list gets put together. Again, we're just blessed to be on it.
Right.
And there are a lot of other lounges who I'm sure deserve to be on it and will be on it in the future.
That's a big accomplishment. Let me salute to you for that. Also,
thank you, my
brother,
man.
one
Look
more
at
time.
us.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
I like that, man. Well, now you're doing a great thing right here. I'm glad I want to say I'm glad you let me interview you because my podcast is fairly new, and there's bigger podcasts out there. So sometimes when I'm reaching out to people for interviews, they be like, let me see what you did. You didn't look at, I don't know if you looked at it, but you didn't tell me. You didn't look at my numbers or who I interviewed. You was like, come on, brother. I salute you for that.
And so here's this. I want to support your success.
Right.
Did I look at your podcast? Of course.
Yeah. That's
Like,
expected. Yeah.
you know cigars. What you're trying to do is bring a positive light to different cigar spaces and different cigar experiences.
Right.
And whether you have 500,000 followers, which you'll be at in the near future, continuing on this journey that you're on, or whether you have 2 followers, chopping it up with another brother doing something positive
Absolutely.
in a common space around cigars and great bourbon.
Great bourbon.
Man,
Absolutely.
look, let's do this Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
don't get no better.
Wait. Be careful. My wife might get mad. But let's chop it up and figure out how we can both support each other's success.
Yeah.
So how can Brivado help Cigar Don podcast? And how can Cigar Don podcast help Brivado Cigars?
Oh, that's easy. I repost it. My people look at your lounge. You repost it. The people look at my podcast. Like, oh, we seen this here. Let's go visit.
Yep.
You know, I've gotten other interviews based on different interviews that I've done. You know what I mean? So it all works hand in hand how we support each other. I just want to salute you. I appreciate the opportunity for that right there.
Well, let me give that back. Cheers to Cigar Don podcast.
Thank you, boss. Thank you. Appreciate you. So real quick, I have, we do a live audience and I bring some of my crew, or if you got lounge members, sometimes I'm just in the zone and I forget to ask something, or I didn't think fast enough. So I give them a chance to ask something if they got it on their mind that they feel like either forgot or left out.
So we turn it over to the audience.
Yeah, real quick. If they got one or two questions real quick. I know at least 2 or 3 of them do.
Let's see what happens.
I know at least 2 or 3 of them do. Who got one? Anybody got a question or anything? Or
My man Hamilton. I see the hat. Okay.
Well, I got a question. What did you think of that Brivado Maduro box press?
Very nice.
Okay.
Full body. Consistent smoke. Very nice.
So I'll tell you a little about that cigar. It was one of our earliest, after we created the Gordo 660, we wanted to come up with something with some elegance to it. So we created the Toro box press that you have in your hand. And the hardest part of creating a box press cigar is continuing to have good airflow. Because you're compressing a cigar upon construction. And so one of the things people say is, I want good flow in my smoke. We had to come up with some creative ways to make that cigar what it is as an experience.
I always gravitate to the box press. That's just me.
Okay. So we carry a box press Toro and we carry a Super Gordo, and that's a big boy.
a Super Gordo.
Yeah,
wow.
that's a 70 gauge box press.
Sheesh.
And how about this? We're all sold out.
I was about to say.
We are all sold out of that big box
I
press.
was about to say, you ain't show me that.
I didn't have it, man. When I tell you that, and I'm surprised. I'm not surprised, because what I've learned is our audience, the people that tend to come into Brivado, like big gauges. So we sell a number of big gauge cigars that are quality products here at Brivado. Other lounges sometimes will say, oh, they stay in the Toro size, they may stay in the Gordo size. We carry about 5 different box press 7-inch 70 gauge cigars.
Wow.
Some of which you probably know, and some of which I'll show you when we get off of the podcast.
Wow.
So let me ask you this. Besides your own brand, what's your favorite cigar?
I know the answer to that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
If you mind,
Yeah.
I know that one.
Well, since I didn't hear the question clearly, the Brivado Connecticut, the Brivado Barber Pole, the Brivado Maduro in a Toro box press in a Gordo.
You gotta love your own, right?
The Brivado Sumatra in a 770, the Brivado Sweet Cap Connecticut in a Toro. Wait for it. We now will be launching a Brivado Maduro Sweet Cap in a Toro. So for those of you who like a full body cigar that don't want a sweet cigar or a flavored cigar, we dip it in sugarcane oil so you get a Maduro experience
That's dope.
with a sweet cap.
That's
so you
fire.
get that flavor on your lips.
That's fire.
That's the answer to your question, my man.
That's fire.
the whole series.
Oh,
That's
serious.
right. Oh,
I
Ru-
saw a hand up over here.
oh, go ahead, Hop.
We was talking about Sumatras, and every time I smoke a Sumatra, when you probably first hit you, it hits you, but then the flavor like goes away when you get towards the end. And with most Sumatras, you always gotta really like it. I don't know if you got that spirit, but this one right here, since I've been smoking that, then I had the light, the airflow.
That's dope.
I was just telling Rube, I said, man, this thing's amazing. Like the ring on it, this is like the best. And I'm not trying. This is the best cigar I had so far.
I appreciate
Salute.
that.
Salute.
I appreciate that.
Salute.
I appreciate that. So let me tell you something. When we set out to create our cigar line, we only wanted a premium experience. If you told me that you smoked that Sumatra, see, this is the difference between being able to chop it up with the person who's cigar line it is and why it was so important to create this cigar line, have you ever sat with the creator, the owner of a cigar line or a cigar company, right?
Not often.
And so, not often,
Not
not
often.
often, particularly in our community.
Right. Absolutely.
So if you told me that Sumatra had something about it that you thought could be different and you only smoke Sumatra and you think that this would be a better cigar if we did this, we'd have a conversation with the blenders. And I'd call you and say, hey, I'm bringing in a couple months some samples.
Well, you don't need to talk to them about this one.
He said you good right there.
Well, here's this.
100%.
I have bundles of that Sumatra ready to go with you tonight. Bundles, man.
I think my man Rube had one.
Why Dominican cigar? Not Nicaragua, Honduras,
Yeah.
or
Ecuador, Honduras, Nicaragua, DR.
why DR?
Yeah. So my mentor, transparently,
Great guy, by the way, better person.
Francisco is a great guy. And he's actually going to be here at the lounge on, I think it's May 2nd, doing a rolling event, meeting and greeting. So those of you who love DBL cigars, come to Brivado on May 2nd. And that's who I am, right? I want you to come and experience the whole lineup of what we have to offer, not just Brivado, although they are the best cigars in the world. Sorry, Francisco. I mean, I know DBL is great too. I want you to meet Francisco. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be sitting here right now, right? I wouldn't have the knowledge I have. I wouldn't have the experience I have. So I pay homage to those who poured into me when nobody knew who Brivado was or who Brian was or what we were planning to build. There are so many people that support you now that weren't with you when you said, hey, I have a vision. Francisco was with me from the vision to the inception to where we're going in the future. So DBL, I thank them for what they've done for me. So now what I'll say about that is you also have to look at who can mass produce your product with the quality that you want it to be done in. You enjoy this quality cigar. At this point in time, the best manufacturing of cigars, in my opinion, for my line, again, others might go differently, is in the Dominican Republic right now.
This is smooth, bro. That's a smooth stick right there.
Good question.
Yeah.
Because now, the question was about manufacturing, but let me be clear. We source tobacco from multiple places, right? We have Ecuadorian tobacco in that Sumatra cigar. We have Nicaraguan tobacco. We have Dominican tobacco. We have Mexican tobacco.
That's dope.
Right? So your cigars might be manufactured in a particular location, but how they're made up comes from all around the world.
And it works best for your line.
It works best for us.
That's dope.
There's some people that are solely Nicaraguan, solely Ecuadorian.
Me personally,
Uh-huh.
Nicaragua has the best tobacco.
Fair enough. And so I want you, before you leave, to experience our Maduro. Yep, so we have it in a Gordo or a box press Toro. That's the one that the gentleman in the back is smoking right now. He has the box press.
Okay.
But if you like that Nicaraguan tobacco, I want you to try our Maduro.
Okay.
All right?
Any other questions real quick? Anybody else got one? No, that's it?
So here's this. Somebody asked about our ventilation system.
Yeah.
And-
Listen,
and-
I still smell fresh air.
I mean, and you're going to continue to smell fresh air.
Yeah.
Brother, you should, right? There's no reason that we can't have a lounge that we're not sitting in smoke, right? I think once you show people what you can have, right? Sometimes we feel like we get spoiled because you're here and we're providing this experience. Everyone doesn't provide that. They may not be able to for whatever the reason is. And so now, this is your new normal. And so maybe you'll take the drive on a night to come to Brivado for this experience. You'll take the drive to come and spend some time in Orange, New Jersey for a black business that opened up here to try to transform this side of the community. right? We want to be committed to this space and this community so that there is a turnaround in this space.
That's dope.
Why the gray? Your floors is gray.
Yeah,
walls is gray.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not the usual color for cigar
Yeah,
lounge.
yeah.
Usually darker brown, beige.
Black.
Yeah.
Maybe black.
So we did the research that we did on creating a lounge that everybody felt welcome. So we created a lounge that wasn't just what people consider boys clubs. We stayed away from the hardwoods. We went with softer tones. We accented with gold. I mean, alphas are black and gold, so we had to do that. No.
It's like it gives it a warm feel.
It gives
It's
it a warm feel.
Like home.
We went with chairs that women felt comfortable in, because a lot of times the chairs that we are comfortable in, we done fell into that chair and we don't get up until we've been there for 2 hours and got to climb out of the chair, right? So what's happening here is everyone feels welcome when they're sitting in the chairs, right? That's the idea of the furniture. Flooring. We brought lighter flooring in to bring out the darker colors so it wasn't such a dark place. That's where you get some of the color schemes that were selected. Thank you.
It's like it gives it like a home feel, like that warm home feel. Like I'm in a living room.
That's right.
Somebody's living
That's
room.
right.
Yeah.
This became the largest living room you've been in a while, right? And so you should always, people, I love reading the comments about their experiences at Brivado. I want you to feel welcome.
No,
I
definitely.
want you to feel like this is a living room. I love these comments that you're making because that's what we strive to create. So the fact that you're experiencing it here and this is your first time,
Yep.
I love hearing that and I thank you for coming.
Nah, we felt that.
What made you add the girls to the cut and like, you don't see that everywhere.
Yeah.
Right? You usually see that like down south.
Yep. So the largest growing population of cigar enthusiasts in the United States are women, and in particular, African American women. And so as a business owner, if you don't welcome all of the audiences, you're alienating people. And where the ladies are, the men follow. So just from a business perspective,
Boom, there it is.
let's do it, right? And so that's why about 40% of our population at Brivado tend to be women who enjoy the cigar experience and may or may not feel comfortable in other spaces because of ventilation, because of selection, because,
Decor.
whatever the reason is,
The women's haters club.
whatever the reason is, we tried to knock that out the way, to remove that barrier of entry so everybody feels cool when they're here.
They do a great job, by the way.
Yeah, we felt that as soon as we walked in.
It's a team effort, right? Here's the thing, a lot of times people think it's Mr. Brivado. It's not. It's the team that surrounds you. It's the people that you see before you ever see me, or the people that are here when I'm not.
So it's more like not even team, it's family.
It's the family. It's
family.
It's the family.
Great about it is it started at the main entrance.
As soon as we walked in.
As you walk in,
Yeah.
it wasn't, you had to wait 5 or 10 minutes, it was immediate.
Correct.
And that's dope.
Correct. Don't give away all the secrets, man. Don't give away all the secrets. Nah. But that's what it is, right? What are the things that you experience at other lounges that if you could do it differently, you would do? Check.
Check.
Extraordinaire. Check.
Like real quick, like I said earlier, my main thing when I was doing my research is I saw all the stuff you did for the community, and I said that earlier. You don't see that with a lot of cigar lounges.
Thank you.
Like that's outside of smoking.
Yeah.
Like you actually spend time in the community.
Yeah.
And that's I think you might be the first person I personally know or met that does something like that at least told me or I know about it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And look, let me be clear. I'm sure that my partners in the industry are doing great things.
Right. But I ain't meet them yet.
And you haven't met them yet,
yeah.
and you're going to be out there meeting some great owners of other lounges.
Absolutely.
What you will always know about us is we are philanthropic in what we do. Brivado donated scholarships to the Alpha Foundation here in Jersey. We are connected and committed to supporting fundraising events for other organizations. We just hosted the Brothers of Omega Psi Phi for their fundraiser here, where we are having conversations with the Kappas to support them for their fundraiser. And it's not just restricted to fraternities and sororities.
Right.
We've hosted other fundraisers for other great causes. We're going to be hosting an event for the Haiti versus Morocco FIFA game in June.
Wow.
There's a foundation in New Jersey that supports Haitian citizens. We're going to be having a fundraiser at that game here. So if you're free, come here. And I'm about to tell you something that everybody hasn't heard yet.
Is this an exclusive drop
It's an
on the
exclusive
Don's Den
drop
podcast?
right on the Don's podcast.
Let's do it.
Saturday, August 1st, we are launching Brivado Cigar and Music Fest here in New Jersey. Everybody leaves New Jersey to go to other states, Pennsylvania, for cigar events. We are having a New Jersey Cigar and Music Festival, 6 hours of music, okay? Noon to 6 p.m., Saturday, August 1st. Tickets are dropping next week on bravadocigars.com.
Is that here at the venue?
It'll be at a venue in West Orange, New Jersey.
All right.
So I won't say the venue just
Not
yet.
Not yet. You
When
gave
we
him
drop
enough
it,
exclusive.
I gave you what it is.
That's
You got
it.
the date. We're dropping tickets on April 1st. All right. So when April 1st hits, don't be mad on April 2nd that you got closed out. All right. It may not be the Jay-Z concert that y'all done bought them whole tickets for. Brooklyn stand up. Because I'm from Brooklyn.
Oh, you from New York?
I'm from Brooklyn.
Okay.
I'm from Brooklyn.
All right, we didn't get that.
Yeah. I'm born and raised in Brooklyn.
Are you going to the concert?
So I don't have my ticket, so I might have missed that opportunity. I heard that, so I don't know. Did the tickets gonna sell yet?
I seen the
I saw
pre-sale.
it.
I seen the
Okay.
pre-sale, and it was like,
Yeah, right.
I'm like, for that?
Look, Hov, if you're watching this right now, hook your boy, Mr. Brivado, up. I've been rocking with you since you came out, man. I'm born and raised in Brooklyn, watched. You know, it's interesting, right? People see you where you are today.
Right.
They don't always know what it took to get there. And I have so much respect for people who didn't just come in a game, whatever that game is, and disappear a year later, 2 years later. For somebody who's a vet in the game, I have so much love and appreciation for it. No matter what your field or space is, I'm always going to support.
Absolutely.
So I hope to be in this game and be number 6 in 10 years as well.
We trying to move you up. We want to move you up to number, 1. That's the goal, right?
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
You did a phenomenal job with it.
Thank you. So I hope all of your viewers, all of you here in the audience come out on August 1st because
We'll put it
it
together.
is something unique to have a New Jersey cigar festival with our music.
Yes. That's the key word right there.
With our community coming out to have a good time. And so I really
no
hope
drama,
that,
people.
and no drama.
No drama.
We're not even gonna talk that in existence.
Nope.
No
Nope.
drama. That's
Nope.
not the Brivado experience, baby.
We have a saying at our shop, good vibes only.
good vibes only.
Good vibes only.
Good vibes only.
We the good vibe tribe. But nah, man, I definitely appreciate you, man. Salute to you one more time. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here. Appreciate you coming through.
We're gonna hang out, we're gonna kick it, we're gonna talk some more off camera. But just like that, people, another episode in the books. Welcome to the Don's Den, Brivado Cigar Lounge, Orange, New Jersey, and we gone.
You got it? Sir, we're in the locker room.
Vice President of United Airlines. Yeah, I like that.
Crazy aperture here.
Oh, those are VIP suites. Good to get the VIP suites.
Gotcha.
The bar, you know what to do. I ain't gotta tell you what to do.
Correct.
I'll be in there with a bag. We just changed his layout up.
Yo, so that you can
You got to be mistaken up there. The bag, dude. The bag.
you again. How may we help you tonight?
We're gonna we gonna do that. We're gonna bring the wine back.
So the idea of the way we created this space too. I know, like the when you come in that door, it's the wow factor. And if you see people's faces when they open the door, it's like wow, oh wow. So the idea of creating this building the way we did was we have a non-smoking. This was a protected hallway. So if you smell, there's no cigars in it.
Yeah, yes,
right.
Yes.
And again, I'm not giving away our trade secrets, but the idea is how do you have fresh air coming through at all times? It's not just about getting rid of the smoke.
They almost get like a
Jordan
restaurant.
Yeah,
Like a restaurant vibe.
Right.
Restaurant
So
vibe.
now all of this is a non-smoking protected space.
Oh wow. It's huge.
Yes. And then,
It goes all the way back there. That's
well, that is backwards.
Oh, bathroom. Like the frosted glass.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Oh wow. Oh yeah. A lot of poker things down there.
Yeah. Cool. So you come in here to the space,
Nice.
right? And we set up tomorrow. We're having a 21st birthday party. So we're gonna have we provide free service, and you get to come and just shut up. It's a good time. Wow. Yeah. So yeah, you have to hear your session. The DJ will be in so tomorrow night. That's what we do. So they have a DJ in the back corner. They're gonna have a photo booth on that wall. We had 360 photo booths in there.
You'll smell that.
Well, you're not having smoke. There's no smoke in it.
Yeah.
And so this is when we talk about like how we built the building. This is on a separate, completely separate HVAC system.
Wow.
Right? So we had to add. So this has its own circulation, its own. So that's why there's no smoking out. Everything, own thermostats, everything.
You're on the sun, brother. You're on the sun.
Yeah, this is cool. This is how we do
Now,
that.
you with all that.
Take your time. Just a second.
No, I was about to say that was your idea, the way to zone it out and everything.
So, my background had me in some spaces that required air circulation and purification. So when the engineers gave me the layout and design for the space, I looked at it and said, we're gonna change this, we're gonna change this, we're gonna change this. And sure enough, I'm so glad I did because when people talk about the experience, if you knew what went in behind it, you know, this room, that entire wall was to the bedrock of the building, right? All of that venting that you see up there is all new, and I had it built, custom cut. If you look, there's like a little, that's custom, because I want that to be my stage where people perform. And we already had a lower ceiling down here, so I didn't want the vent when you have a comedian standing up there to be hitting their head. So I had to custom cut that for me for that space. But it's just the little things that you don't know, but I know what goes into it. Yeah, I can tell you where every pipe is in this building, every electrical. I pulled this whole bar out, picked these countertops myself. Again, always adding accent of gold. And if you look at the tile on the bar in the front, the inlay of the subway tile is gold. When we go up to the bar upstairs, I'm gonna take a look at that.
When you were doing all this, you brain.
It's a little touchy. You ain't sleep at all.
It wasn't.
He ain't sleep for 5 years.
No.
You wake up in the morning, oh, I did.
So what are your hours? What are your open?
Yeah, so we open noon to 10 p.m. most days. Friday, Saturday, noon to midnight. Mondays and Tuesdays, we were opening at noon and we realized we didn't have the crowd, so we now open at 4 o'clock on Mondays and Tuesdays. Now we'll test that out again and see
With the summer
what it looks like. The other thing about this building is the security in the building. And so this building just did it. So this building is fully secure.
Push the exit button.
Yo,
You gotta push the
when I was in the humidor, I went to go to the pool. She said,
Nah,
She
you
did
don't
that.
get, you don't get
I said,
out.
oh,
You don't get
okay.
out. You don't get out.
I said, I feel like I'm at work.
You're not getting out with free sticks.
So no.
That's funny because when I walked in, I was like, okay, you stand there. I'm
No. So we have hotel style bathrooms.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice. Look at the tile on that.
Yeah. So that was nice.
Like shower time.
Yeah.
I love black hardware.
Yeah.
Hinges,
Oh,
knobs.
that's nice. Look at that.
That's fire, bro.
So we and the women love it because we put the big like four-link mirrors.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
There's a lot of selfies in there.
Yeah.
I look at our social media.
That's
People
all.
tag us all the time.
From the
So
back.
you know what I'm doing? I'm getting a Brivado logo put on the store doors.
Yeah.
I'm letting them do it. Like I said, I'm gonna get that done.
That's all they want is the
Wow.
full length mirror.
Yeah.
It's selfie. That's selfie territory, right
Yeah.
Wow. That's dope.
You did a good job with it, man.
Real good. I like this right here. This.
Oh, that right there.
Yeah, you see, yeah.
Yeah, custom, right? They literally did this. And they did the handrail. The company did this, the steel company.
Yeah.
He came in and he's like, you know, and I wanted something different, right? So you can see in as you walk in, you don't want something blocking you. Right. All of this.
VIP area. A lot of selfies.
Yeah. When I used to do it, I was like,
Yeah. And all these are bag lots. So we get a lot of, there are times when we have, so what we do is we'll lock, so they're in here. So you can come in front door, and then you gotta be buzzed in to buzz in. Just because of who's so that's the coach of Jets. So the Jets coach on the left, that's defensive line coach of the Jets. Yeah. You sing it? Yeah.
So that's your
sit here and watch everything.
Back page.
Did you go to the humidor? Did you get the humidor?
So we go for
I like the system too.
Yeah. Oh, so Clover's a good system to go with.
Now, does it tell you?
Spy use Clover.
Yeah, it does. It does. So and I can track inventory. So again, around loss, right? I can do them weekly, right? So now I can see if this box is a Drew Estate box of 24, and I go into inventory for Drew Estate mints, and I don't see 12 sold, right? That's an issue.
Yeah.
Right? And I do it every week, so I'll know. And I got motion sensors, I got cameras, I got, you know, so we can see who picked up 3 Drew Estate mints.
And put 2 in their pocket.
We see, you know, who was the person working at that time, and we have that conversation if we have to. Right. But for the most part, if you hire the right people and you train them appropriately, you don't worry about it. The other thing that reduces, you know, those challenges, it's kind of hard to put something in your pocket when everybody's watching. Right? So if you grab something here and you start doing some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people, right? Out
You
here.
can never beat the eye in the sky though. So that's it.
And access to this space is restricted. So I've been in lounges where they've been so busy, people are going in the humidor and you're trying to keep up, but you got a lot going on. Here, you can't come in the humidor without somebody.
You know who humidors like that? And I love them. Cigar Code in Philly.
Yeah.
They get so busy. Well, they know me, so
Yeah,
they let me
yeah,
go.
you
But
go.
I've seen people go in and they so busy running around, they not with them. So who knows what they took out?
Correct. And usually what goes first are your most expensive cigars.
Yeah.
Most expensive cigars. And that's
We used to have a guy that came in with a French coat
Oh no.
and then walked out. Well, a couple times.
And what most lounges don't have, you usually get 3 or 4 flavored options. We got 50.
Oh, all of them.
Yeah, so those people like when the ladies come to your lounge, so people who like sweet cigars, they get to choose between like a tobacco,
You got the
Isa del
Del
Sol,
Sol, the
and like a Fat Bottom Betty.
Now,
Yeah.
these are your house flavor?
Yeah, these are house infused.
Okay.
And if you notice,
I like the way the presentation with the cans.
yeah, so we did a couple options. Like when we do a lot of external work.
Yeah.
We put them in these, and so they sit on a table when we're out and about. But these stay in here. If you notice, they're made by BBS.
Wow.
Right? So again, I support people.
You support that.
Yeah, and he's at the front of the lounge, right? You know, I think you gotta, this is who I am. You gotta show that you appreciate and support people who are
You're serious about it.
and that's how it happens. Again, it was until long, until lineup. You know, we do a lot here.
Yeah, I was in the military, so I get it.
Yeah. You know, and you got, you know, I tell people too, when they're here with me, make sure labels are up, make sure everything looks good, make sure you're easy for somebody to grab, right? If this is a full box, you don't take that note, because then I can't figure out, like, I don't want people touching the tops of the cigars. You know, you want them to have that experience so they can just get what they need and keep it moving. So, and if you have to model the behavior you want of your staff, otherwise, you know, then everything is going to.
So you spend a lot of time training too.
I do, and so we do usually monthly professional development. And so, I don't know if you saw, but like, I had beautiful leather bags to say Brivado Cigars on them. All of my staff have them. Right, that's their Christmas gift. Right? They, you know, you got to take care of people that take care of you.
Give them a sense of the degree.
Yeah, and figure out how they can help you do better. Right, and so conversations that happen, you know, what do we need to do better, what do we need to do differently, that kind of stuff. We go through.
This is nice, bro. You're doing something. You're doing it.
Thank you. We just brought in this Los Galos. Literally brought in good cigar. They're new to the market. They're based here in Jersey. These guys are trying to do something that I mean.
Do you bring in any Caldwell?
No, so I don't do a lot of disease.
Okay.
And the reason for that is because every single cigar in here is already paid for, and because the taxes, 30% have already been paid.
You know they're gonna move.
I got to move.
Right.
I can't afford it. Right? I'm sitting on $125,000, $150,000 cigar. Right?
Trying to get them out as soon as possible.
Gotta get them out. Plus, you want to be fresh. You got a cigar for 3 years on your shelf. It's not the freshest cigar. So the goal is to turn as much inventory as you can the quickest way, you know, of the things people want. When you see stuff that people don't want, you get it out of your store. You know, you discount it, you sell it, and you don't order it again.
That's sweet, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, I appreciate it, man.
I'm glad you guys
This is
took
gonna be
this.
good. This is a dope episode.
I appreciate you.
You know what? I'm gonna hang out. I'm gonna smoke. I'm gonna drink
Enjoy.
some more. I'm gonna kick it.
Enjoy. And feel free to buy more cigars. Oh.